a living room. I'm going to position a test inside. I'm going to be explaining how to do so, how to position test on floor plan based on placing your test in various spaces. To position your test properly in every given space, the test must be positioned at the midpoint. What I'm going to do is to find the midpoint of this very space. I'm going to make use of draw a line across it, then get the midpoint of that line, the vertical and horizontal line. So this is the vertical line that I drew. It should be straight, then an horizontal line. Then the next step is for me to know the midpoint of each of the lines. So after getting the midpoint of one, so I've already gotten the midpoint. I've already drew the vertical horizontal line. So that's the midpoint of the horizontal line. So I'm going to draw a line upward, the vertical line from the midpoint. So that will tell me the midpoint at the horizontal position. Then I also do the same by I will have to trim off the horizontal line. So I've already know the midpoint at the horizontal level. Then I also do the same thing, like try to get the midpoint of the vertical line. So that's not the midpoint, but I'll first of all drag the line to the horizontal line, the midpoint of the horizontal line. So that's what I did. Then erase. The next step is for me to get the midpoint of the vertical line, which is that very line. So that's the midpoint of the vertical line. That's to tell me that very point is now the middle of the midpoint, the middle of the space. That's the center point of the space. So I've already kind of gotten the midpoint. The next is for me to get a copy of my test. Then from that very test, looking at the length of the test, I can be able to tell where the midpoint of the test is. Then position the test on the midpoint of the space. You get what I'm saying? So that will not be the midpoint placement of the test. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to edit it to the space name. That is a living room, not a kitchen. So I'll just edit it and that's all. Then after editing, I have to reposition it to be at the midpoint because the length of the name of the space living room is longer than that of kitchen. So I'll just type in the length of the